Hey YouTube, coming at you with an event. We have a new Pokemon, Hisuian Zoroark, which evolves into Zoroark, which has potentially some play in GBL depending on how you use it. And we also have the potential return of Origin Form, Dialga, and Palkia, and other GBL Pokemon. So definitely an event that you need to pay attention to, and the bonuses in this event are quite strong. So let's look at this event and talk about which Pokemon you need to focus on and why. So it is taking place from Tuesday, July 8th at 10 a.m. to July 13th at 8 p.m. So a good amount of time here. The Spiteful Fox Pokemon, Hisuian Zorua, and its evolution Zoroark will make its debut. Space-time anomalies return, so keep your eye in the sky for space-time anomalies. Last time this was Origin Form, Palkia, and Dialga, which I assume it will be again. It's not confirmed, but like I'm almost almost positive that that is the case. Event bonuses, huge event bonuses, 4 times XP and 4 times Stardust for catching. So definitely an event that you should be out there catching Pokemon. These are very, very, very nice bonuses. Increased chance for shinies, shiny Voltorb and Quillfish. Increased chance to encounter shiny unknown U from raids if you are interested in that. Wild encounters are Zubat, Hisuian Voltorb, Magikarp, Quillfish, Starly, Croagunk, Petalil, Zorua, Rufflet, Bergmite, Sneasel, and then maybe Sneasel, Larvitar, and Bagon, and then some raids here. A lot of the Hisuians, Growlithe, Sneasel, Bravery, Avalugg, a couple others. Not that many relate to GBL. Okay, so what does relate to GBL is potentially this Zoroark. And thank you. It's not in the rankings yet when I'm doing this, which is I'm doing this on a Sunday, the day before. It is not in the, if you go to PvPoke rankings, you go to Zoroark, and the only one that comes up is the other version. And thank you, community member or subscriber who pointed that out to me. But if you do go to the just battling multi or matrix, you will be able to find this Zoroark. And this thing is very, very interesting, and it has a lot of different scenarios here that you need to look at. So what makes it very, very interesting, for starters, is it's the ultimate glass cannon. 162.8 attack, 86 defense, 97 stamina. So for those, and 1300 overall. So what that means if you've never played with something this attack heavy, because there's only basically one Pokemon that has that is usable, and it's even niche at that has play in the GBL. So I just sorted by attack stats, and Sharpedo here at number 2 has a 166 attack with a very low defense and stamina, 13. Same things, kind of low 1300s overall. Super glass cannon, but this thing puts out damage, but it just gets deleted. And to have 166 and be ranked at number 2, hello, you are now looking at a 162.8, which means this is one of the highest attack Pokemon for a potential GBL Pokemon you're going to see, which makes it already very, very unique in itself. The typing is great. So it is a normal ghost, and those two typings help offset some of your weaknesses, which means it only has one weakness. So normal is weak to fighting, but ghost resists fighting, so you offset that weakness. Ghost is weak to ghost, but normal double resist ghost, so you're no longer, I think you now net single resist ghost. So you only have one weakness with this Pokemon, and that is dark. Then you go to the movesets, and it has Shadow Claw, which is one of the best fast moves in the game. Foul Play, which will help this Pokemon because it got, I say nerfed this season, but it's basically lower damage and lower energy this season, which means that you can get to this move faster, which is what you're going to need on a glass cannon for a bait, potentially. And then a Shadow Ball, which is a fantastic move, plus you get same type attack bonus on it. So this thing has a lot going for it. And if you run it in the one shield, even energy scenario, it is a 17-30 record. Now, there are some hard losses here. And it's basically Pokemon that will resist the Ghost, or primarily the Ghost. There's basically 3 lose cons I see here. Maybe 4. The Ghost moves are resisted. The Dark move is resisted. Or it is a very bulky Pokemon that can take one of your charge moves. Or it just has fast move damage that's going to take you out. So, Ferret is going to resist the Ghost. Wiggly's got that Charm. Morpeko is going to resist both moves, and it has probably outpaces you to the Aura Wheel. Jumpluff, bulky. Mandibuzz, resist. Drapion, resist. Where did you go? Matchups. Drapion, resist. Moltres, resist, right? So a lot of resistance here. Diggersby, resist. And then you get into like your losses still here. just against like sort of bulky Pokemon like Lapras, Blastoise, Gastrodon. These are Pokemon that have a little more bulk to them that and probably do okay on the pacing as well themselves, and you just cannot take charge moves. You do have wins. A lot of the wins here are against Pokemon that you either resist their fast move, Bug Bite is resisted on Ghost, or they're Pokemon that you just hit super effective against, like Dusclops, Annihilate, you hit super effective against. For Alligator, you resist the Shadow Claws, and then like Jellicent, you hit super effective against. So, you know, when you look objectively at this list, 1730, not great. You're beating the things you're supposed to beat, but you're losing really hard to the things you're supposed to lose to, and then everything else that's supposed to be like evenish, you're losing. So that's not ideal. But you would never ever use a glass cannon in an even shield, even energy scenario. You would always use it with a shield advantage scenario. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to give it a 0 opponent shield, 1 us shield, and suddenly, hello, 40-7 record. Still losing to the ones again that resist the ghost and the darks here. But a huge turnaround, beating pretty much everything else, all those sort of neutral matchups, because this thing probably, with its attack stat between Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball, will one-shot the majority of Pokemon. In the 1v2, it's a little worse, and that just goes to the fact that some Pokemon are very, very spammy, and you are so glassy. So when we get into ones like Gastrodon, stuff like this, where Mud Slap and even Body Slam is resisted, you may be able just to like Body Slam down. Yeah, right? This is not even requiring... This is how glassy this Pokemon will be. A Mud Slap is doing 13.4% of your damage. So if in the one shield, you have to go Foul Play twice because you're not going to get to a Shadow Ball, it can just straight Mud Slap you down. And this is where this Pokemon is going to struggle against anything that can put on some fast move pressure because you're just so glassy. But definitely a unique Pokemon, one worth trying out. I think it could be very, very fun. Just if you're going to build it, cover your dark weakness, cover your dark weakness and cover stuff that resists ghosts, like your normal typings, and make sure that both of those Pokemon that you are putting on your team are very, very bulky, because you need to use shields on this thing. So you either need to catch the damage on the other Pokemon or just shield early and then just hope that the last two Pokemon can just outlive what's left of your opponent here. So kind of an interesting one. There are other Pokemon, and let's just start with Origin Form, Dialga, and Palkia, because they are very strong. Let's not sort by attack. Let's go to overall. Origin Form Palkia is the number 3 ranked Pokemon. It is very strong with that Spatial Rend move. It's got an overall good record. And now we are in and Zamazenta, interesting. Zamazenta is now the number 1 ranked Pokemon with Ice Fang. I guess you're neutral to it. I'm just trying to see if you beat it. No, I guess you lose to both of those. And this is the only problem with the Dialga and Origin Forms and Palkia Orange Forms now. Again, I don't play enough GBL to know, Master League, to know how prevalent these two Pokemon are going to be. But given the power creep on these, you know, the almost 10,000 overall stat product on Zamazenta, over 10,000, almost 11,000 on Zacian, has power creep, have close combat, have Behemoth Blade, which are dominant moves, and have kind of unique typings with Fairy and Steel, picking up all those resistances. I would not be surprised if these two are on the majority of teams. And if that's the case, Palkia and Dialga are going to have a lot of trouble. And Dialga, Origin Form Dialga, is ranked low. Dialga has always been ranked lower than it plays. I think it always plays a lot better than it is, but definitely a lot lower. And your losses, not surprising, Zacian, Zamazenta are big, big losses. So are they worth getting? Yes, I think they're strong. I think maybe strong Raiders. I'm not great in terms of the damage per energy or damage output for Raiders here, but very, very strong Pokemon overall. But with Zamazenta and Zacian and pretty much everyone having them, because if you play GoFest, you probably grinded pretty hard for these, you know, it's a little tougher to use these Pokemon. I think Palkia has a lot of play though still because of that water dragon typing resisting a lot of other things that you see in the meta, and then just having that Spatial Rend combo here is strong. There's some other Pokemon in this meta I did take away. Let's go back to this list here, because one of the first ones is Hisuian Voltorb, which is Electrode, and this is ranked 145 in the Great League. So it's very, very, very niche in the Great League, but it's great in Limited Cups. And guess what? We have, starting tomorrow, we have a Hisuian Cup, and Electrode is ranked 22 in that, and it should have a lot of play with that Thundershock Wild Charge Swift combo here. That Grass Electric typing, really nice. So definitely a Pokemon that you should be getting specifically for this cup that is on. There's also Quillfish, which will have, actually there's Magikarp first. I'll just kind of go over Gyarados quickly because Gyarados has sort of niche play in the Great League and Ultra League. Where it's really going to shine, it's going to say it's like top 40 in Master League. I don't think it really has play in Master League Open. I think it's a top 5 Pokemon in Master League Premier when all these legendaries are banned. But I don't even know if Master League Premier is on this season, but if you're going to get a Gyarados, that is where I would use it. But now let's go to, oh, I did have it up. Let's go to Quillfish because, again, Quillfish and Overquill in the Open Great League are niche again. 193 for Quillfish, 262 for Overquill as the evolution. But that is not where we are going to use it. We are going to use it in limited cups, in particular, a cup for this region that is starting right now. And hey, look at that. Quillfish at number 6 and Overquill at number 8. You will see, I don't know if we've had this league before, but I have definitely seen, and it's on one of my top teams tomorrow, I have seen this pairing. Quillfish and Overquill have the same moveset. Poison Sting, Aqua Tail, Shadow Ball. Nice moveset, very spammy, strong Pokemon, good save swaps, dark poison typing. So they're basically, you wouldn't use them in the Open Great League because they're just the poor man's Drapion. If you have Drapion, Drapion just is better because of the crunch and its stats. So between crunch, stats, and the shadow, you use Drapion in the Open Great League. But in a limited cup, where Drapion's not in this, these two are fantastic. So I have seen teams with these two in the back and something on the front to beat their weaknesses, which is one team you will see tomorrow on the top teams. So definitely, if you don't have some good Quillfish here, you should go out here. Croagnaut, Toxicroak, I use the, again, you're only going to be able to get the non-shadow, but I did showcase a Shadow Toxicroak and how it can be kind of fun as a closer, same sort of thing. As the Shadow, 136 attack is obviously not your super glass cannon, but when you add on 20% bonus, then you're starting to push another 160 there. So you are kind of pushing that glass 160 glass cannon range. So it is kind of a fun Pokemon from that perspective, but you most definitely need to use shields on it. And I don't think there's really anything else. Like Starly, some people will say they like the evolution flying one here, but honestly, as you can see, it's pretty low ranked. I don't even know. Bravery, no, not Bravery. What's it called? I forget what it's called, but it is not a highly, oh, that's Master, that's why, sorry, that's Master League. It is not a highly ranked Pokemon here. It's a nuke, it's a glass cannon that you can use with like a close combat. But as you're seeing here, it's probably, yeah, there it is. The XL version, the B version, is Staravia with Quick Attack, Fly, and Brave Bird, and the evolution has Staraptor. Fly in close combat, but as you can see, very, very low ranked, not super useful. A lot of these other Pokemon not useful either. You know, Tyranitar and Salamence you can use as like raid attackers. But outside of that, that should not be your focus. Your focus should be get these Voltorbs and Quillfish for the Hisui Cup, which is on tomorrow. It's a Great League version, and it's the only Great League on this week. Otherwise, it is Ultra League. And yes, you should probably get this new Pokemon and test it out. It could be fun, but it's going to be a glass cannon. And by the time this rolls around, I mean, I guess if this is from this region, it may just be allowed in this cup, Hisui Cup here, but it's just not yet posted its rankings here. So maybe it will have play in this cup. Maybe you can test it in this cup. We'll see. Anyways, that is it. And then Palkias. If those are out, I would be rating those as well. Palkia and Dialgas. So anyways, that is it. Let me know what your thoughts are on this new Pokemon. The event itself, again, 4 times Stardust, 4 times XP is solid for an event. So definitely one worth grinding. And with that, we will wrap it up saying thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. And I will see you guys in the next one.